We are here.
We are here.
We are here. We are queer. Life is lifing. It's episode 14.
It is episode 14.
It's episode 14.
Yo, these late nights got me acting a fool. I stepped in on my boom, like in the way that I move. I ain't playing around with fools.
Yeah.
How was this Black History Month been treating you?
How has Black History Month been treating me?
Want to just go right at it?
Mid. Yeah. Black History Month has been kind of mid as fuck.
Okay, want to explain?
I am learning as I am pushing up on 30.
Oh, we didn't do this.
Oh, yes.
Yes, let's do that.
Yes. Yes. We were drinking
Sangria.
Pasmosa, Tinto.
Okay.
Tinto, Sangria. Sponsor us.
Yes, please do.
Niggas.
Sponsor, yes.
Sponsor us.
It's Black History Month. Do something nice.
Do something nice to black people versus like what I've been experiencing. Okay.
Yep.
the ASMR for the girls. Okay. Gotta open her up.
Yes.
Important.
Amen.
Important. Okay. And we'll go with some wine. We're here. We are queer. The show is showing.
The show is showing.
It's episode 14. I cannot believe we've shot 14 episodes.
I cannot either.
That's like actually like a bit of a feat.
Yeah.
A bit of a thing that we have done.
Oh, cheers.
Yeah.
I was talking to my roommate, not our roommate, but my roommate, who you know.
I do know.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Always your friend.
Always your friend.
I was talking to my roommate Andy, and he was like, "You guys done that many episodes?"
Yeah. Yeah. Love Andy. Shout out to Andy.
Yeah, we love Andy. I like this. This is not bad.
Yeah, this is good. It's not too sweet. More red winey than this is good.
Actually, very red winey.
Yeah, more red winey than I was expecting it to be.
Yeah, not even really as fruity or sweet.
This is like a glass of red wine, which I can get down with. You know, I like me some wine. Yeah, but like whiteness. As I push up on 30.
Yeah.
I feel like I can trust white people about as far as I can throw them. I think white people at this point in my life, today, I think white people should come with a warning label. Tattooed across your fucking forehead.
What you want the warning to say?
Beware.
Beware, honey.
Beware. I have seen just some of the
audience. I'm sorry, I'm sick, but I'm here.
I have seen some of the most fuck shit from white people. I have seen some of the most fuck shit. And yes, I'm talking about you. You're watching this. You're like, no, he's not talking about me or my grandma. Yes, the fuck I am.
We talking about your mama.
Shitty mama. Exactly.
We talking about your mama.
Okay. Okay.
We talking about your mama.
It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
It is. I think that. I mean, you and I have had, and this is the great thing about this podcast, but with life, we are at different points of life than we were when we met.
Very different.
So
points.
I'm finding it that there are conversations that we have had that we have not. It isn't that we skirt by them on this podcast. It's just not prevalent right now.
Yeah, we just haven't had. Yeah.
We've had them already.
The conversation already.
God, yes.
Yeah,
I have been furious with white people.
Yes.
Furious.
Oh, yes.
Furious. I ended friendships, as you know. Furious. But with that being said, like today, because I ended friendships, I don't know too many. I know just two. That like in my personal orbit.
Sure. Two. I can.
Yeah, you know.
I know both of them.
Yeah, you know. So
does Andy count?
Yes.
Yeah, I know both of them.
Another one. You know her.
Yeah. Yep,
and she's great.
She's great.
I will say though that so I can understand like the awakenings and what happens when you have to come to terms with the realization that you are treating me different because of my color. And
not even aware of it. Well, somewhat. But like I'm running into being treated differently by white people,
right?
Who swear that they are the good white people. They swear they're the good white, the liberal white people.
I ain't never had a cracker do anything to me because I ain't brought them that close.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, like I have. It is just like mind-boggling to me, like, and like LA white people, we want to add on top of the mix of already whiteness that I can barely like the whole concept is a bit shady. Like on your topically like hard to read. I can't. And like I'm trying to figure out what I need to do to like make it so that I need less interaction with white people.
Yeah.
I need less of it.
And
I really do. It's not doing me any good.
No.
It's really not. There's like, I have a couple white people who are cool.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
You actually do.
I have a
I will
couple.
give you that.
A couple that are cool. You know,
I will give you that. And I will give you this, that you are, if anyone have given whiteness the benefit of the doubt in arguments, you've done that.
I've tried
You have done
to
that,
look at stuff from like a human perspective, from a whatever perspective, but like I am at my wits fucking end.
I remember saying to you 2 years ago, vividly in your kitchen, I said they tell you the line is here, and then when you get there, they push it back.
They push it back.
I vividly
They push
remember
it
because
back.
I knew that was a moment I was saying to you a truth that I knew was just a bona fide truth, that it's always this feeling of where, okay, you know why I paused, because I don't know that way we want to talk about some of this.
Sure.
Yeah, it's always that feeling of where I have had moments where I have been in white spaces and just in the way that they looked at me or didn't look at me, I remember thinking, oh, you show your hand.
What was said, what wasn't
Yes,
said.
because they're not doing it to the other white people there. They're doing it to me.
And you can see that.
Yes.
That's very clear.
Yeah, so yeah,
That's
I've
very
been in
apparent.
arguments or debates with white folk, and I was the one that was told, lower your tone.
Oh, of course.
Or as you know, as of lately, you watch your tone.
Watch your tone.
Which is all very coded words.
Oof.
They never tell that to each other.
No.
I have known white men who, in sprouts of anger, broke printers.
Sure.
And it was laughed at. It was...
Punched a hole in the wall.
Oh, yeah, it was... Oh, he's so funny.
He's so funny. He's passionate.
Yeah. But also knowing that I would never be allowed the opportunity.
You go to jail.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't even be allowed the opportunity to act like that in white spaces.
You'd go to jail. You broke a printer?
Yeah.
You'd go to jail.
Which is why I do think it's always why the community of blackness is important, or people of color. Oh, and I'm saying that not that I usually say it, but I do think that now when you black, we know each other, and we don't have to live the same lives, but we know each other. I had a guy on the train on the way here who looked at me because an old Asian guy came on with, and I'm saying Asian, take that out, because I feel like I said it in a bad way.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. I feel like I said something.
I'll bleep it.
Yeah. So a person came on with a dog, and just the way he had the dog, we looked at each other, me and the brother. We never said a word. We just looked at each other and said, and we just smirked.
Was he like kissing the dog?
Yeah, it was just strange.
Yeah.
And we just smirked at each other. So there is a level where we know each other, or we have a connectivity that ultimately it protects us. And to make this conversation even, and you and I have had this conversation too, outside of the podcast, but I'll say this, Corey, black people's ability to survive anything is known. We will survive.
We have no other choice.
Yeah, we will survive.
Yeah.
So I have known people who have been petrified with the idea that Trump is on the horizon, and I thought, me and my people gonna be okay.
Yeah, we were okay last time. We
Yes,
made it through last time.
It is not going to be fun.
No, not going to be fun.
We will be we will be okay. I promise you that.
I agree.
Because we know what a lick is, as my grandma had taught me. She said, you take a lick and get up. Because sometimes that's what life do. You just gotta take a lick. And I come from black women who knew, and men who knew how to, Southern people who knew how to take licks. And a lot of those licks were white people putting you in your place, white people discarding you, white people hyping you up.
So what?
Only for you to be in your area. That's the thing. They'll hype you up, but you have to stay. You have to stay where they want you. The moment you move,
it's a problem.
Oh, and not only is it a problem, you are untrustworthy. You are fearful.
You're a security risk.
You are opportunistic.
I heard that today.
Oh, you heard that today?
I did.
Those are tough words. Those are tough words. No one, and those are type words that even if you don't acknowledge it, it makes you question. It makes you question things about yourself. Not that you believe them, but it makes you question like a security risk.
What for me, it's like I can no longer put myself in a place where I can't let a white person be between me and what it is that I'm going for. It just cannot be. No. It cannot be, because I cannot trust white people. I can't. I can't trust them to not throw me under the bus, to not blindside me, to not
discard you.
And I'm over it. And like, I feel like I'm like, okay, word, lesson learned. Got it. Because life will keep showing you the same lesson over and over again until you get it. Keep bopping you in the head. Did you get a V8? Not yet? V8? No, not yet? V8 sponsor us. And
like V8
V8 juice. Yeah.
V8
must have had a V8. Yeah.
Do you remember V8 Splash? I think I've had this conversation before.
No,
like the fruity version.
Yeah. I buy that sometimes.
Oh, it's still around.
It's still around.
I didn't know that.
I think V8's still around. I bought that since I've been in LA. I think it's still around. It's not like in my grocery store list, but it's around.
No, I've never seen it in your house.
I just like, yeah.
What do you, if you could go back to, I'm going to ask this question in another way later, but if you, in particular about this, if you could go back, what has been the most, if you could go back to 20-year-old Corey.
20-year-old Corey,
what would you tell them you've learned about whiteness? Let's take away the people. Let's not personalize it. Just let's generalize it for a moment. What would you warn Corey?
20-year-old Corey had a lot of white friends.
Right.
From college.
Mm-hmm.
And
if you could warn him of something's coming or
protect him. If I could warn him, I would say if I was 20, I would say move to LA now. Go. Don't wait. Go.
Right.
I would also say and what would I say about whiteness?
Yeah.
That you need to be careful. That's what you need. 20-year-old Corey, you need to be careful. Because there's a couple white people in my circle at 20. None of them are there now.
Right.
None of them. Not one of them. Are any of them there? Nah. Not really. And for a bevy of reasons. One or two scenarios might be maybe even more my fault. I would say, like, one of them. I can think of one scenario that is like maybe more my fault, maybe, or like equal blame. But like, whiteness has shown me time and time again that what it is you're getting is like very like it's like topical. There's like something underneath it, underneath almost all of them. Not all of them, but pretty much all of them.
Right.
I can think of like in my circles even now are not very white, but like, but because I'm learning, but like I have just been like,
we went bowling last week and it was all Latinos and blacks.
Yeah, it was all Latinos and blacks. It was a great time too.
It was a great time.
So much fun.
Yeah,
so much fun. I would do it again. Steven, let's do that again.
You mad with me because I didn't invite you? You want to talk about that on the
podcast? Tell me how Oko is bowling at a party with a bunch of people that I know who would guaranteedly have invited me and did to the bowling. And what's funny is that the bowling alley is 2 blocks from my house. Okay, so Oko, who doesn't live near me, is 2 blocks from my house at a bowling alley party with a bunch of our friends and did not say a goddamn word to me. And when I got invited, I said, I know for fuck sure Oko gonna be there. I know goddamn well Oko's gonna be there. And sure enough he was.
I would give my side.
Oh, okay.
As I cough up my lungs. First of all, the host of that thing, when you had a birthday party a couple weeks ago, you invited them.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, you invited them.
I invited him.
So when I was invited by him, because you and them, yeah, you guys met through me, technically, but because you and him have a communication or a friendship, it was like, well, clearly him and Corey gonna be there.
Fair.
It was just that simple.
Sure.
Have I ever given you any other reason to show that?
I could have used an invite.
From me, so that's how you would want me to do. Like,
Yeah, you could have. I mean, because actually, it wasn't even him who invited me. It was
I know
another.
that.
It was
I
the
know
other,
that too.
The third party.
I heard that.
Whatever. Yeah, you know.
But I didn't, like, that was my thing. I honestly thought because you and them had a whole fun birthday night.
That was fun.
I thought that, oh, of course. So when you came, it was like I knew he was coming because I thought that I didn't even think I had to do that. I introduced you to these people, but I was out of it after that.
I do. Yes, I do have his number, and you could have messaged me.
He
watches. You could have messaged me yours. You could have messaged me yourself.
That's hilarious. My Lord. I want to circle back to whiteness for one moment because I will say, what would I say to myself at 20?
Yeah, please.
I would tell my 20-year-old self that kindness and generosity can be found and received from anyone.
Sure.
God would give a vessel. God would use you as a vessel, no matter who you are, to be kind and loving and generous.
Sure.
That's just the bottom line. That's the first part. But that doesn't negate other things with life.
Sure.
Or with identity. Or with politics. Like, you can meet a kind Republican, but eventually there is a problem coming. You can meet a kind white person, but if that kind white person thinks that you're here and they're there, you eventually got a problem
Not
coming.
even that you're here and they're there, but that whiteness is here and blackness is there.
Of course.
It's like, I think what I see with the good white people is that they have, it's individualized. I have a black friend. I have a black employee. I have a black neighbor. And I love, Jamal. Jamal's great, but we don't like the concept of a lot of Jamals. That's scary. That's south of the 10. That's a security threat. That is, I'm uncomfortable. They're making me uncomfortable. And realistically, that's exactly how I feel about white people.
Oh, always.
It's exactly how I
Only
feel
difference
about
is
white
we have reason, really legitimate
reason.
Legitimate reason.
There's a couple instances of a cool white person. Yes. There's a couple. Now many. There's a couple. And there's so many more examples of like detrimental or net negative white people.
Yeah.
And I don't want to spend this entire episode talking about white people.
But hey,
but we definitely need. It is Black History Month. And we needed to talk. This is just.
But I do want to one more thing because I do think that there is a elephant that we could talk about here that we haven't done on the podcast that I think is worthy of just briefly saying.
Let's do it.
How did this feel? How does this realization that you're feeling right now trickle down to your relationships or your sexual life? And let me answer first, just to say something about it.
Sure.
Because I have dated white people, and we've had these conversations in real life.
I've dated one. Yep.
Yeah, but I said that it took me one realization when a white man showed me that I was here and he was here, that I knew never again.
Sure.
And I've told you that.
Of
I've
course.
been very upfront
Yes,
about that,
yes,
that
yes,
I will
yes.
be alone, that I will know my hand. Hi, hand. How you doing?
Gladly.
Happy Valentine's. I will know my hand, and I will also wait because I know that I don't just have to take anything that doesn't see.
No, my hand is a masturbation joke.
It is.
For those of you who
Yeah, they
missed
probably,
it.
what is he talking
He's like,
about?
what is he talking about? No, my hand is a masturbation
Nigga talking
joke. Let me just,
niggery on niggery month.
let me just,
The fuck is he saying?
just some context for the people.
By the way, when I tell you Sakina saying on this show, he was talking nigga history to niggas
about niggas.
Classic.
Classic.
A one-liner.
Moment.
It is like, it is a moment that I'll always think of.
A moment. Great clip.
But for me, I will say that like for me, it changed. I remember having moments after that one person that I was dating, saying to our friends, Adrian and other people, saying things like, if he acting like this, what's this bitch gonna say when another black man is shot and he says the most insensitive thing? Why didn't he stop? Or could he had just pulled over? Because white people say
White people
strange
say shit like that. Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
And I knew that you've never known me to be a violent person, but I don't have too much in me to hearing a white man gaslight me when I am dealing with something that I know is because the color of my skin.
Sure.
So that's really my only opinion of it, is that when I went to having these reckonings, it changed my politics, but it also really changed my sexual life. Just personally.
Yeah. Okay. I have dated a white person. I've dated one white person. And me and that individual didn't have any flare-ups over, like, there was no instance where, like, he was here and I was there.
Well, yeah, that's what you bragged. That's what you bragged. That's what you really, that made you happy about it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
this is nice.
You told me that was the thing you liked, that you didn't fight with each other.
And that it just wasn't that. Like, he never was coming out of his mouth saying sideways shit. My other ex, the other one,
Where the nigga
would say dumb fucking racist shit all the time. Oh, yeah.
But how was he saying racist shit?
There's a lot of ignorant black people.
But what? Okay,
But
not
like,
racist, ignorant.
Well, like, I don't want to go to like oh, that part, well, that park's ghetto. Well, what makes the park ghetto?
Yeah, it's definitely bigoted, but it also is just ignorant. That's stupid.
I mean, but like with my white ex, my white situationship, whatever you want to fucking call it, that was not the issue.
Okay.
That was never the issue. Not race things, not like insensitivity to things like that. So I didn't have. Mind you, I've only dated the one white guy. So I didn't have anything like where I'm like, oh, like, do I want to date white people? Not particularly. Am I like, did my experience dating a white person say not doing that again? No, not particularly either.
Does these just experiences outside of the dating, just whiteness as a whole, does it weigh on that, the future?
Yes.
Right. Because that's what it started doing for me. It made it where it was like, first of all, not only do I not want that again, but I'm also not having you play in my face.
That part.
Now, I'm not letting white people play in my face. And I mean that from my heart. Know that.
That part.
Please know that.
That part.
I'm just not doing it.
Like, and so just as in a romantic set, like with like your ex, that story is totally you getting played in your face, which is not fucking cool.
Yeah.
I didn't have that, so I haven't had that. Have white people played in my fucking face? Certainly.
Right.
Is my tolerance for it very thin? Yes.
Right.
Does the next white man who slide into my inbox have an uphill battle?
That's
Yes.
funny. You got an uphill battle, so you better
Yes, he
buckle up.
does.
It's
Yes.
Iraq, bitch.
Yes, he does.
You better fight.
Am I going to block him on sight? Probably not.
No.
But does he have an actual
So you
uphill
ain't yet
battle?
at the point where you get on your profile and say Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
No
I'm
white
not,
people.
I'm not there yet, but
If I was
I'm
on
close.
there, I would be there.
I'm pretty close.
I'm there. I'm just not
If I
on
had
nothing.
had an experience similar to the one that we're like talking about now, that we'll talk about later on a different episode.
Yeah.
When if I had an experience like that with a white guy I was dating, well, we'd have to do something. That would probably be like the end of the kibosh of this concept. Because when you tie in like romanticism and what that means, then you add in like racism and like fetishism and like all these other concepts, you
Right.
know, that's wholly untenable. But this instance with these white people who are awful did not, at least as of yet, and my mind has not maybe gotten there yet. It could maybe soon enough, but it has not ruined whiteness romantically. Not yet.
And that's fair. That's
today.
Fair. I could understand.
Ask me again at 30.
Yeah, that's that's fair. I think that is I hear that. I also think that because I'm a few years older than you, I will say that the greatest thing for me was when I learned that I didn't have to wave my hand to get approval, or that I didn't have to code switch.
Do a little dance.
I didn't have to jig or shuck or jive. That just my mere presence as Oko and how I show up for the people that I love
was enough.
How I show up in this world is enough. And when I got that, everyone in my life are pretty good. It actually makes me emotional thinking about it. I could actually cry right now because it makes me realize that I'm worthy of it. And I don't have to reach down. I don't have to do this. Because eventually when you wave your hand enough, you get me. I don't have to pick. You don't have to pick me because eventually when you wave your hand so much, you get tired. What happens when you put your hand down? Like really, what happens when you put your hand down? But I tell you what, you put your hand down or up, you know I'm coming. You know that. You can show your ass with me, and you have. And I still pick up the phone, and I still cuss you out, and I still love you as a brother that I never asked for. Because my love for you is not about you doing anything for me. That's the key. That's the key, and that's the thing where whiteness and blackness is. Usually we are being of service to each other. So it's not communal love. It's not communal love. It is usually of service. You help me, I help you. You get the up. You make me cool. They love when we make us.
They cool. Love that. They love that.
I know people that I've left lives. Them bitches don't got nothing to talk about because I brought them all to cool. Yes. They're not talking.
No.
They're not doing anything, and they know who I'm talking to. They're not doing anything because I know what I brought to them. I'm saying that to say that I really do feel that it's something that happens when you recognize that we are enough. And also when you are, in the words of my grandmother, she would say to me, you better learn the difference between sugar and salt.
I thought about that today.
Learn the difference, child.
I thought about that today.
That's good old Wheezy. I feel you.
I was standing in the shower.
You learn the difference,
I was standing in the fucking shower today. And I said, you know what? I can tell sugar from salt.
Yes, you can. Learn the difference.
This exact. Yes.
So yeah.
Yes.
We're done with it?
Yes.
All right.
We're done with it. We are done with the white people.
How many minutes did we do that?
That's a great question.
That was good. Whoa, nice. We had some things to get off our chest.
Some things to talk about.
All right, let's talk about the USHERRAYMOND.
Ursha, baby.
Ursha.
Okay.
You know what? We've kind of changed the flow. Do you just want to do? We're going to do like more than one. Am I wrong? The next episode.
Okay.
Because
we can throw one in here today.
Okay, let's read it.
Whichever. Yeah.
Yeah, let's read.
No, let's do Usher. No, we're doing Usher. No, we're doing Usher.
All right, so Usher.
Yes. Super Bowl.
Yes. By the way,
Sunday.
Super Bowl was Sunday. Yes. Kansas City Chiefs won for the second year in a row.
They did.
Also, condolences because they had a shooting today.
They did. One person is dead.
One person is dead. Yeah.
22 was the last count I had seen.
Right.
It was climbing all day.
Someone said to me, was Taylor at the parade, you think?
Was Taylor at the parade?
Yeah.
Maybe.
When the bullies started, they rolled that ass out the way. They said, you get back.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure Taylor was flanked.
I also read, I didn't look into it, but I read that Travis Kelce was completely wasted.
I mean, yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Which is not shocking.
That's not shocking at all.
But they say it was. But
Travis Kelce, you are fine as fuck. That's it. You are.
We're going to talk about Travis. Candace Owens has some thoughts about Taylor.
Candace Owens. Man, I have some thoughts about Candace Owens.
Yeah. You know what? I like the way this conversation is going. I actually, I found it that sometimes you just got to let the spirit move. You know what?
What did Candace say about Taylor?
Watch this.
Send me this clip too.
Yeah.
Manipulate her audiences.
Wait. And press play. Do something.
Yep.
Tries to even done in business, and how she tries to manipulate her audiences, like to get out of like deals and contracts. Like she's totally insane. Yeah. Like she's the most toxic feminist that's ever existed.
Describing Taylor.
And what she does.
Candace just described someone as the most toxic.
This is
feminist?
okay. By the way, for the audience, this is Candace Owens.
Oh my God.
Describing Taylor Swift.
Insane. Like she's the most toxic feminist that's ever existed. And what she does is basically the threat is that if she doesn't get what she wants, she writes a song about a guy and then has 15 million girls singing the songs and drops little clues so they know who it's about. I mean, it's totally psychotic if you really think about it. I don't think you appreciate how psychotic that is, that you can't date her for 2 weeks without her writing a song about you.
Oh, and of course, this is Candace Owens sitting here talking about in a room of white men. Oh,
I didn't even look at the people in there. I don't even know what that is. But I think they're Swifties too. She go on to say that too.
I mean, it's a room of white people, so half of them like Taylor Swift.
John Mayer as well. He was like, I literally did nothing to her. Like we went on one date and I didn't deserve this.
You're ruining
and then there's a bunch of like 10-year-old girls whose brains are not developed who then go and attack whoever it is. Like Scooter Braun's family, his young kids literally had to go into hiding and get security because Taylor Swift wanted out of the deal that he legally purchased her catalog of music. Yeah. And she wrote this, you have to go find it on Tumblr, this like glorious rephrasing of basically like, my dad signed a contract, a legally binding contract for me when I was 15. He now has the catalog because he purchased it. And she was just like, you know, as a woman, I sat on the floor and I wrote these songs. And then they tried to kill Scooter Braun's family. And he did nothing wrong other than purchase her catalog.
But you know,
and he only had it for like 6 months before he let somebody else purchase it. But like she hated Scooter Braun.
This is a room full of Swifties you're talking
No,
about.
guys, I'm sorry. Like I just like obviously she's not getting married. And Travis Kelce,
I was going to wear my
to do some science. Travis Kelce has exclusively only dated black girls. He had a whole show only dating black girls. This is not even his type. He just realized that this is like a good business move for him, and it is. It's a genius business move for him. But this is going to be one album, and then it's over.
It does not surprise me that because Travis, have you seen Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend?
Oh, she's hot.
Fine as fuck. Okay.
Can we say that you can take this out or whatever? I saw a clip of an interview. She was on a podcast in here.
Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. During a podcast.
Here.
It was here though.
Mm. You could tell it was here.
Oh, I know it's here.
Oh yeah. Okay, interesting. I should find that.
She actually would have made. She was going to. I was going to bring her up because as you know, I do research for this show. I find topic, but I actually remember writing down the notes and saying, you know what? I don't even know this anonymous bitch. Why am I talking about her on this podcast?
Okay. Travis Kelce's. I don't know that all of his exes are black girls, but all I know is Travis Kelce is fine. Okay, and Travis Kelce got that brush cut. So I feel like Travis Kelce spends time with black men.
Yeah, I think Travis Kelce legitimately is a fan of black culture.
Yes.
And I'm not going to say he's appropriate because he's never given me anything, and I don't know shit. He hasn't given me anything of where I think he's appropriating. Now, you know, they tried to say that he was taking credit for the fade, and he quickly said, do not throw me under the bus and lie on me on Black History Month.
Yeah. You know,
he said that is what the New York Times said.
I like Travis.
But to Candace, I want to know your thoughts about what Candace just said. And by the way, she's talking about Taylor Swift.
Candace is an incredibly problematic person. Like the concept that she's like Taylor Swift is the most problematic feminist sounds like she's labeling herself as a feminist in that concept.
Which is odd because she's spent so many years being an anti-feminist.
Just like banging.
So I don't even understand what this rebrand is. Because she's rebranding herself.
She's so annoying.
I mean, the jig with Trump is not really working anymore.
Well, like now she's like, well, here's the thing. If you give someone a loud enough mic and you just keep letting them talk, sooner or later, you're going to gain validity a little bit. They've put this bitch on she has a very large microphone on Fox News.
She has a show?
Yes.
By herself?
Yes.
Candace Owens?
Yeah, Candace Owens has a show.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Candace Owens has a show.
What?
And that's where Candace Owens has a show. I'm pretty sure it's on Fox News. And it's on Fox. And
what the fuck is she talking about?
She's just that.
But this was a podcast, wasn't it?
It's that. That's what the show is. It's just her bashing things and her talking. It's just her being a talking head. But she's a black woman who's like relatively conservative with her white ass husband and sitting in that room full of white ass men. bagging on Taylor Swift, who wrote a song about a dude.
Or it sounded like what she was trying to say or highlight was Taylor right. I mean, but a lot of people write songs about their exes.
People write songs about their lives. That's is what it
or
is.
sex or
Yes.
whatever. So I don't get that argument. What I did think was interesting was, and I think I had said this to you, or I definitely thought it. I do low-key hope that he is. I hope that Travis is profiting from this financially.
Oh, he is.
I really hope that. I know his
So
brother
is she.
is.
They both are.
Yeah, but she's so big to where like
She's so damn rich.
Yeah, it's like okay, but his brother, we would not know who he is.
Jason Kelsey.
Whatever, that's his name.
Jason Kelsey.
Yeah, he grosses me out.
Yeah, he's not my type. Travis.
Yeah.
Oh, Travis is so fine.
And Travis is one of them ones that I
Travis was-
actually feel like Malibu most wanted. Even though I say I don't think he appropriate blackness, I just also feel like, now listen, me and you at a dinner party with this nigga sitting here with that red fade.
Before,
Because isn't his hair
like
kind of
reddish,
reddish
yeah,
or
that's like a
something?
white guy
It
thing.
turned me kind of off.
there's like when the Super Bowl, I watched the pre-qualifiers, which is like the North American Conference maybe, and there's like two games, the AFC
Okay.
and the NFC maybe,
Okay.
and it's like the two games that like determine who goes to the Super Bowl. I watched these last year with my grandparents. I was in Florida, and that was what was on TV, so I had to watch. And I was watching football all day, and I watched Travis and the team. I watched Travis and Patrick Mahomes qualify for the Super Bowl, and then I watched the Super Bowl and watched them win. During this instance, during this,
I remember that. That
Yeah.
was last year.
that was last year.
Wow.
And I thought to myself, he is fine. That is what I thought. I said,
People think that.
he is fine. And then so fast forward, he's like, hitting on Taylor DMs. I was like, I could see it.
Is that how it happened?
Well, it was like, yeah, he was like, I tried to get to her at a show, and he said it like he said it's like a news reporter, and then it became like news that he was trying to talk to Taylor Swift. And then someone on Taylor's team mentioned that,
Well, here we are.
and here we are.
My grandmother, my grandma Mary Jo, called me the other day. We were talking about the Super Bowl, and all her opinion was, I'm tired of seeing that pointed nose girl on my television screen.
Very funny.
She said, I don't want to see her no more.
Very funny.
They trying to make her into a star because they don't want us to have Beyonce. So I'm just quoting my grandma Mary Jo, who I love, who is funny, Corey can attest, make good seasoning.
She does make good seasoning. I have some at the crib.
And have never told me a lie.
Yes.
I really believe that. So I found that to be funny. God bless Candace. We've never mentioned Candace Owens on this podcast. I
Is
never
that
thought
true?
we can. No.
We haven't mentioned Candace Owens at all. Steven, fact check that.
That's hilarious. That's very funny. Shady too. That is very funny.
Fact check
Oh,
that
that's very funny. I don't think so. Okay. I'm glad we sideways.
How was that shady? I didn't think that was shady.
A little shady.
Was it a little shady? I don't know.
A little shady. All right, back to
Usher.
U.S. HERRAYMOND.
Yes.
All right, so Usher, there's some good little, let me read some stats though. So the viewership was up to up 5%, the
From last
halftime
year?
performance from last year.
Who performed last year? Rihanna.
Rihanna and her comforter set.
Yeah, that was not
She
great.
literally was in a comforter set.
It was not great.
And also it was the most watched Super Bowl in history.
Was it?
That's what they're saying.
That's
123 million views. That's not. I think that
I
could
think the
be
Super
the
Bowl.
Taylor
I think the Super Bowl.
effect.
I think the Super Bowl grows every year.
Right,
too.
but I don't.
probably the Taylor effect.
And
That's
I think
true
them
too.
fucking Swifties, them
Yeah,
bitches
that's
are
true.
crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't know none of y'all, so y'all can get mad that I think you're crazy. But back to Usher, yeah, it was up 5%, and Usher, pretty much. What's going on?
I don't know. Go ahead.
Is somebody out there?
I don't know. But some part of me saw some version of this happening tonight. I'm gonna cut
thought
all this
so.
out. Some part of me said this is possible. But whatever. I don't think that's us. Go ahead.
You don't think so?
I think they got in the car and drove away. I can hear the car driving away. Yeah. Cut point. Go ahead.
Got it. So Usher, but yeah, 30 million people watched it. Tell me your thoughts about the performance.
Okay, so I need for retrospect, I watched the Super Bowl. I watched it live. I watched it at my friend's house on her very small TV. I was a little drunk.
You didn't have to. Don't shade her.
No,
TV.
I didn't say who it was.
Yeah, but you don't have to say small.
No, my nigga, the TV was this big.
Okay, but God bless them all.
It was a
Everybody don't
computer.
have
I watched it
plasmas.
on a computer
Everybody don't have
screen.
big TVs like you, Corey.
Whatever.
Don't do that.
So
This person is nice. He's your friend.
I didn't.
As I go on.
This bitch don't watch the show. She
don't,
don't
right? I don't think she watch
don't
the
watch
show
the show
at all.
And even if she does, whatever. Call me and tell me you got a problem with it. And so I watched this on her tiny ass TV, and we were streaming it on a phone that was attached to the TV. So I don't want to all to say that I don't think the quality at which I was watching it was exactly correct.
Okay.
That's what I want to start with. I thought that Usher's performance was okay. I want to say in this, like after the show, like immediately after, I think I gave it a 6.5.
And what do you give it now?
Maybe like a 7.5.
Tell the people why, because people. We got fans who really, really love that.
Oh, I
performance.
love
Tell me
Usher.
why though.
I think Usher.
I think you have some
I think it should be
legitimate
noted
reasons
that Usher is
why
great.
you think that. Tell me.
I didn't like that Usher started in the grass.
Okay.
That to me immediately cheapened the whole thing, because I was like, "Where's the stage?" Part of the spectacle of the Super Bowl is like there was just a field here, and now there is this stage. How did they get this incredible stage up so fast? Think Rihanna. They put them bitches up on the sky in the things. They had it going,
Right,
moving, like in the 4-minute commercial before she went on. And I think that's a part of the spectacle. So I didn't like that Usher started in the grass.
Right.
He also started with "You Don't Have to Call," my favorite Usher song, damn near, and did it in the grass. And I'm like looking at
such
Usher,
a legendary song.
but I'm like
too.
looking at Usher dance in the grass, and I'm like, this looks like you dancing on turf, and I don't like that. That looks cheap to me. I can't wear what you bitches wear because it's cheap to me. I've been listening to Bia. And
Who is this?
Bia, she's a rapper. Anyway,
I've heard of Bia.
Yeah, I just didn't really. But I mean, like, I thought the performance was decent. He really brought it up a notch when he came out in the skates.
He did. Very Atlanta.
Yeah.
By the way, I thought it was what I liked the most was that it was so Atlanta.
Yeah, it was very Atlanta.
The fucking the pole dancers.
When Ludacris came out, when Luda came out with the fro.
By the way, Luda told y'all hoes, y'all wear Rogaine. Not I.
Not I.
He said your mama ball. She the one wearing a 27-piece.
That's it with the 30-inch. Okay.
Yeah. She the one wearing a bust down from Slauson in Western.
This nigga's
Not
hair is,
I.
his
that
hair is growing.
Fro is
that fro is
good.
furrowing. Okay.
If that fro is fake, then I want to know whoever he getting it from.
No, I don't think it's fake. He's always had a lot of hair.
But that old, your hair kind of thin the older you get.
Yeah,
It's
but
a
he
little strange also.
I mean, he might have had a little Rogaine treatment. I don't know. But
It looks very good.
It was very full. Ludacris had me lit. Alicia Keys, girl, what was that? I like you a lot, Alicia Keys. I think you're really talented. You looked good as fuck. Okay, you was eating up that bodysuit, eating it up. That big ass cape that was flowing, great.
The beautiful red piano.
They flew.
Do you notice
they
the red
flew in
piano?
this big ass baby grand piano for you to play off of, and you couldn't have not a cup of tea before you went on that goddamn.
And it was just that first note, though, wasn't it?
It was pitchy,
All the way through.
pretty much.
Did you hear that YouTube redid it? Like when you look back on the performance,
They auto-tuned
they
it.
auto-tuned the note. Yeah, so it doesn't sound as pitchy.
Did they?
Alicia Keys said, "I am a keys, sometimes flat."
That's it. Sometimes flat.
Sometimes flat.
Sometimes flat.
And God bless her.
Because it was. I thought Usher gave you such a dope spot.
Usher vocals was vocaling.
Oh, Usher's vocals were
Usher
vocaling.
Usher was lubricating the throat. He would sound good.
I mean, Usher can sing. Usher can sing and dance. I liked it.
So I want to say some of the songs on the set list. He did "My Way." He did "Caught Up."
I'm so.
He did "You Don't Have to Call." "Love in This Club." I had forgot how much I like "Love in This Club." He did "My Boo," "Confessions." "Nice and Slow" was so small to where I think he literally said it's 7 o'clock and just went on.
7 o'clock.
He did "Let It Burn."
Gotta let it burn.
He did "You Got It Bad."
You got it bad.
"Bad Girl."
I need a bad girl. Come on.
"OMG."
Oh my.
Let me stop right there. Do you know that Black Twitter had
because will.i.am came out.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Black Twitter had a field day with that because that is the song that Black people don't like.
Yeah, that was Usher's white era.
Someone said that they saw Usher in Vegas, and when he went to performing it, people went to sit down, and he replied to the audience, "I know my Black people don't like this song, but I gotta do it."
Yeah.
And I thought that was so funny and so niggery.
Yeah, it's funny.
Because Usher,
I like the song. It's not. There was other songs. That whole album is bad though. That album's not very good.
Yeah.
That
You know
album's
why
not
I
great.
don't like it? Because it to me, it felt like, even looking back on it, it didn't feel like Usher to me.
At the time, it was when EDM music was becoming more popular.
Correct.
And
correct.
EDM sounds were bleeding into other genres.
Mm-hmm,
So it was bleeding into country. It was bleeding into, all of a sudden we had trap music. And
Right.
trap music was when we took EDM elements and added it to hip hop. And we
Right.
had trap. We had 2 Chainz and stuff like that. And it started, like I said, it was making its way into country. It was making its way into pop. And so then we had Usher, who gave us like this relatively new agey album. Think like Beyonce 7-Eleven. These are all like at the same time-ish, kind of like when like EDM is more at the more at the forefront. No, not a good album, but I like that song.
He did Yeah. How could you not?
Yeah.
And Lil Jon did a little solo moment where he did Turn Down for What, which I thought was great, very smart, because it made it very fun.
Turn down for what?
It was very fun in that
Lil
moment.
Jon's getting old.
He looks good though.
He looks good.
Arms real muscular.
Yeah,
I think
he's
one
out
of
here.
our friends, one of my friends, because I don't think you know her, she messaged me like, Lil Jon got some arms. I said, they look good. Him and Usher and Luda. And Alicia did Some People Want It All. That's when she came out pitching.
That was real, because it was such a moment that she had, that to have that voice crack the way that it did, I'm happy that they fixed it, because that would have just been her getting her ass cut on YouTube for the next
And Bieber was asked why he was not there.
He was there.
And his quote was, according to page 6, this is from one of his reps, there is no bad blood between the two. Justin just wasn't up for it. He wasn't interested. He wasn't feeling it. End of quote.
I mean, realistically, Justin Bieber has not done the Super Bowl, and Justin Bieber is popular enough to do the Super Bowl by his goddamn self, and have it be a lit Super Bowl. A bunch of people will watch.
Can he still sing?
I imagine so.
Didn't he have a sickness where his face was twisted?
His face was twisted.
I thought it hurt his throat.
I don't know if it hurt his throat. To my knowledge, it did not.
Have we heard him sing since then? I don't think so.
No, but I don't think Justin Bieber likes being a pop star.
That could be it too.
I don't think he
But
likes
also,
it.
didn't he take a religious turn, like evangelical?
I mean,
Went back to the church or something?
everyone's doing that, you know.
Oh, okay.
Jesus, Lil Nas X, everyone's doing that.
I've been to church lately. I thought you were shading me.
Oh, I wasn't, but let's go ahead.
That's
you know.
funny. And there is a church story that we could talk about too. What else do I want to say about that? I want to read you a Megyn Kelly. You know Megyn Kelly from Vox?
Yes.
Another bitch. And keep that. Shit.
Another bitch.
I can't stand her.
Did Megan have something to say about
Megan
Usher?
did, but she also added in 2 other people.
I feel like Megan's the age to have a good time at the Usher concert. She should have been cool.
Megyn Kelly is sitting, not Meghan McCain.
Megan Kelly.
Yeah, Megyn Kelly.
The
'Cause, you know,
thinner one.
Yes. The thinner one, and
thinner one.
also the one that was a real journalist. Meghan McCain is my father.
Yes.
Yeah, she literally got her view seat because she was John McCain's father.
Nepotism.
Megyn Kelly wrote on Twitter, she says, I don't know who asked her this. She says, not in the Usher or this halftime show. However, I do appreciate that my kids haven't had anyone's vag exposed to them on screen as they wait for the football to start. And by the way, she was referring to, when she says vag, she claims that when her children watched, I think in 2020, with J-Lo and Shakira, they were seeing vagina.
Megan Kelly is a fucking trip. White people fucking kill me. Because you know what? Everyone was like, oh, Beyonce's Super Bowl outfit was slutty. J-Lo's Super Bowl outfit was slutty. Lady Gaga did the Super Bowl in a pair of panties.
Who was also there on Sunday. You saw her?
I didn't, but you know.
She was there. I saw a video, like the camera went from Jennifer.
She came out the sky.
She did.
In panties.
Yeah.
That's all she was wearing. But no, I didn't hear no white people talk about the lewdness of it.
They showed a clip of J-Lo, not J-Lo, what's his woman's name? Of Gaga. And then they juxtaposed it right away in her booth to Beyonce sitting there with her flowing blonde hair. And someone wrote on Twitter, this is the closest we're going to get to Telephone Part 2.
No, someone said that it's coming, that there's a remix. Someone said
that really?
I heard that. I don't know if it's true, but I heard that. Who's messaging me? Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So that was the end of Usher. Do you want? Okay, another thing that I want to mention real quick. Ariana Grande announced that she got a new song coming out on Friday with Mariah Carey.
Oh, does she?
And she's very excited.
Oh, that's exciting.
She's very excited. Pony said
With Mariah Carey.
Pony said that I got an album coming out, a remix. Maybe you could help me figure out what the hell what this song is called. When I tell you I wrote this down and I was like, what is she talking about? Am I that old? Where is my notes?
Grande has a new song with Mariah Carey.
She has a new song. It's a remix though.
Oh.
And she announced it today. And Mariah gave her, darling, you know Mariah. I'm so happy, darling. I'm so glad we on good terms. I'm so glad that Pony realized that fighting with Mariah was not going to be a good look.
I don't think she ever wanted to pick a fight with Mariah.
I don't think so, but they tried their best to have one.
They pitted them together because they have similar vocal textures. They're white girls who make R&B music.
So Pony said, I cannot believe the words I am typing. This is my question. I think this is what the song is called. Yes, and?
The remix.
Yeah.
Is coming out with Mariah Carey.
So wait, this is what I'm confused of. Yes, and what is the song called? Yes, and?
Yes, and.
Okay.
That's the name
Yes,
of the song.
and the remix featuring the one and only queen of my heart and lifelong inspiration, Mariah Carey, is out this Friday. There are truly no words to suffice. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for this dream come true and for sprinkling your brilliance and magic on my little song, Mariah. It means more to me than I could ever possibly articulate, and I cannot wait for everyone to hear it. I love you eternally. Mariah replied, darling, angel. I'm so effing excited to be joining you on Yes,
Did she say fucking or she said effing?
She said effing, EEFFING.
Sure.
Excited to be joining you on the Yes and remix. This is such a magical moment. Love you, Hearts MC. How do you think it's going to sound?
Probably really similar to the other one.
I'm sure.
Because I mean I wanted it to be a new song, but I think that's cool. I think Mariah will make it better. She'll probably make it.
You didn't
more.
like it?
I don't dislike it.
When did it come out though?
Maybe like a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Did it do good on the charts?
Yeah, it went number 1.
Wow, I have not heard it.
Yeah, yes and yes. And
honestly, I've never heard
that shit
this.
with your chest.
Oh, okay.
And something like that. Yeah, it's a good song.
Wow,
it's okay. I'm happy for Mariah. I'm happy that Mariah's on it.
I am too, but I also feel like if we tell the truth, like this also helps Mariah because, I mean, outside of her being Mariah, why else is she like? What else is she doing?
Mariah's due for a new album. That's not nice. Yeah. I'm sure she's doing something. I don't know what.
And you know, I like Mariah. I'm not shading Mariah.
I'm happy that some of these were blank. I was like, you got a lot of cards.
No.
You got a lot of cards for this episode, sir.
Well, no, yeah, so other ones too, but
let me check something.
Yeah.
I know we're doing 2. We're at 56. So let's call this our last topic.
Perfect.
So then we'll just save the things for the next one.
Yeah, we'll talk about Beyonce and all next.
Yeah, that's perfect. We'll talk about Beyonce.
You fine with that?
Yeah.
I feel like, because that's going to be a week after.
Yeah, let's talk about Beyonce now. Let's make that the last topic.
I thought so.
Yeah.
All right. The grand finale.
Wait. So really, it was just, okay. So Usher's doing his performance. Cool. I'm thinking it's a 6.5. Cool. Everyone's there. Cool. Right after Usher's performance does come up, this Beyonce commercial for Verizon. And I'm watching and I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then I wasn't super paying attention to it. I couldn't super hear it. But I did hear at the end her say, okay, they ready for the new music.
Right.
They dropped the new music.
I did hear that. I didn't hear it, but I saw that's what she said.
I did hear that. And the fucking frenzy that was Beyonce and the Super Bowl post this moment.
Right.
Insane. How many times can you reinvent an album drop? How many times?
Explain to the people, how did she reinvent it this time?
Well, she announced she announced her new music and she said new music is coming in a Verizon ad and then had everything timed so that the songs went to title first. Right after the ad, the songs went straight to title. Her site updated, said it's dropping on March 29th.
Yeah.
And then maybe 10 minutes later, where the song's available. 15 minutes later, the songs are available on iTunes and Apple. The artwork is out. Twitter is freaking out.
Oh, God, yeah.
And I'm sitting here watching this shit on my friend's tiny ass TV thinking, how the fuck does she just do this? Like Beyonce got paid by Verizon to be in a commercial.
But did you see the tweet maybe a few days before where they showed a Verizon tweet where it was just a white guy and Renee, the horse?
It was Tony Hale and the horse?
Just the horse.
But it was Tony Hale.
Yes. And that's when people knew something's coming. Like, why? Someone said, what the fuck is this horse? Beyonce, what you doing?
Because it was Tony Hale, the horse.
And that's why I like Beyonce, because there is I knew when I saw her at that, I went to reading that at the Grammys last week when she was wearing what she was wearing, that the country album is coming.
Yes. I think Beyonce has taken a cue or two from Taylor. Because
you want to say that on the podcast?
Yeah,
okay.
because Beyonce's Beyonce. Beyonce's been, Beyonce's fucking Beyonce.
She is them.
But what Taylor Swift does well is like get fans excited via little snips. Little
she does
things.
that?
She does that. She'll do something. She gives a hint or a clue or something.
Give me an example, because I don't know.
I'm not a Swiftie.
Okay.
But they call Easter eggs is what she calls them. There's these tips and there's this and there's that. And all of a sudden you could see some stuff. And like, it was just like very, I thought it was cool. Like, I'm like, Beyonce got paid by Verizon. Now, mind you, it cost $7 million to air a Super Bowl ad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? They aired it twice. And that's for like a 30-second slot. The actual ad is like 90 seconds long. I don't know if they aired 30-second, 60 or 90-second slots.
Okay.
But a 30-second slot is $7 million. They showed it twice. $14 million. They paid
in the span of one game?
In the one game. They played it right after Usher and they played it toward the end.
Same commercial.
Okay?
Also, kudos to Beyonce, because I think she is a kind person and she's friends with Usher. I do think that it was like also very...
You think she told him?
I think she said, I'm not going to do none of this shit until after Usher's performed.
Do you think she told him that it was going to happen?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I feel like it.
I feel like she probably did too.
We don't hear it that much lately, but I can remember reading Jet Magazine in the mid-aughts and hearing things like her and Beyonce and Usher being friends.
Sure.
Also, the people that I want to, I got to say something to these people about who are saying things like Swiss Beats should be upset with Alicia Keys and Usher's performance because he disrespected Swizz and they were too romantic or they would have problems. People fucking grow up.
Usher and Alicia Keys have been friends for 20 plus
20 years. And if you got a bitch paying you millions of dollars to say my boo to 100 million people, you gonna fucking act your ass off.
I mean, no one's paid to do the Super Bowl.
Oh, they're not paid?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
It's just the promotion, the publicity.
Swizz, Kasim.
They pay for like, the Super Bowl pays for like the production.
Oh.
Like they don't, they pay the dancers, they pay for the stage, they pay for the lights, but they don't pay you.
Yeah.
To do
okay.
It.
These people love each other. These people like each other. It's not that big of a deal. And also they're performers, or as RuPaul would say, entertain us. So it doesn't, some of this we gotta expand our minds in the sense that like, don't make everything a disrespect. And also love is not possessive.
Love is not possessive, or it doesn't have to be.
It does not have to be.
It can be.
So you can know that like Kasim, like Nazir, like what's his name? Swizz is saying to the people that he like Usher, they friends, he loves Alicia. Now deal with it. They did a good job. He loved his wife. Back to Beyonce. I just thought of that and I wanted to say that to them. So
do you like the songs? You're country.
I am country. I am Southern too.
Southern.
I really like them. I
like
really
them too.
like them. I've listened to it more than I have. I wouldn't say it does. I've listened to it quite a bit these last couple of days since it came out. Here's my perspective. Here's my take on that day. You were at a party, a Super Bowl party. I was at an architect party, literally an architect party in Silver Lake.
Sure.
And my friend, who you know, not two, and I were there drinking wine, and my phone just went to blowing up. And then between you and other friends, it was like a play-by-play of Usher. I'm I'm 2 weeks away from being 34. So I am of that generation that I can vividly remember hearing Nice and Slow on the radio in 1997 and thinking, oh, 7 o'clock on the dot.
7 o'clock on the dot.
I can vividly remember like singing it as show and tell because Usher was just that kid that sounded like black people.
Oh, for sure.
He sounded black and it was like, we like Usher. So I was getting a lot of messages. My point is that because I was getting all those messages, I then went to getting messages about Beyonce and 329. So I was very excited. Country's not my favorite genre.
Sorry.
Not personally. It isn't my favorite. But I really like Texas Hold'em, and I also really like 16 Carriages.
I like both of those stuff. Sorry.
I really like them.
I like 16 Carriages, and I like both of them. What I'm excited. What I need from this country album.
Yeah, tell me
If we're just
what
going,
you
if
need.
we're going full country, Beyonce. If you're taking the Beyonce kids to country,
First, do you think it's going to be full
yeah, I do.
country?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You think she's going to have features?
Probably.
Give us some lists, some names. Dolly.
Jay-Z will probably be on it.
Oh, I'm thinking they're going to finish say fucking country singers.
Oh, would Dolly be on it? That would be cool.
That would be great. Reba McEntire.
Maybe not Reba. Maybe what's his name? Cyrus.
Willie Nelson?
Cyrus.
Oh, I don't know who
Cyrus.
that is.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh, Billy Miley's daddy.
Miley's father.
Don't put Miley on. Leave her where she is.
Yeah, no,
whoever
not
that
Miley,
is.
but like,
Is she country?
or maybe like, or what's that black guy in country?
Darius Rucker.
Is that the younger one?
Oh, I don't know.
How Darius Rucker is like an
He's
older
older.
guy.
He's
Yeah,
older
no, there's
now.
like a younger Kanan Brown.
I don't know.
I think it's Kanan Brown. I think that's his name, and he's like a black dude making country music.
Okay.
Who's like my age. I think what I want from the Beyonce country album, I need it to get dancey. So whatever you gotta do,
Like line dancing.
whatever it is,
Because it got to stay true. If it's country, got to stay true to country.
whatever it is,
Okay.
I need to be able to dance because in my estimation, is what's that song? Church Girl?
Church girl.
That kind of is a country song. Kinda.
Gospel-y, but yeah.
You know what? But also
Right.
kind of country. Like
The
it
one
seems
that's
like
country is Daddy Say. What did it say? My daddy say shoot.
Daddy Lessons.
Yeah, that's definitely country.
Yeah. Like I think that So Good As the album is but what I think it'll do is just like how like with Renaissance, which is in the acts and stuff, the oh man. That was an interesting message I just got. Oh, I'll talk about it after the show ends. Good God, it's crazy.
From the people? Mm-hmm. Do you have to get out right now?
No, we don't. We have to cut that out too.
Okay.
It was just supposed to be cut all day. Corey, you know what to do in the editing room. Yeah. I think So Good As Beyonce. What I liked about Renaissance is that it gave us like a big diaspora of dance music, and it was electronic, but it was like a big span of electronic from like Break My Soul through like Heated, Move. Like there was just lots of different
Right.
like types of like house music, though it was like a house album. I'm hoping that the country album is also like giving us options. Like it's like country, but like with Pharrell. It's
I
country,
would think it would
but
have
with-
to be.
Yeah, for it to be a Beyonce album.
Yeah, for it to be a Beyonce. I think she gonna, because even what I like about Texas Hold'em and not 16 Candles. What is it called? 16 Ketchum?
I thought it was 16 Candles.
Is that it?
I think it's 16 Candles.
But I thought it was Ketchum in there though. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is 16 Candles.
I think it's 16 Candles. Let's just assume it's 16 Candles.
16 Carriages.
Carriages.
Yeah, Carriages.
Oh yeah, that's more country than Candles.
What I liked about it was that it was still singular. It's still a Beyonce sound. And there is still a Beyonce, like, especially like Texas Hold'em. To me, it just sounds like Beyonce's version of it. I am just interested in I like that she's showing her versatility.
Oh, Beyonce is the versatile
I like
queen.
that she's showing her versatility, but I also like that
Beyonce's giving us Ave Maria. Beyonce's giving us Baby Boy. Beyonce's giving us Check on It. Beyonce's giving us a whole Africa-inspired album.
Right.
Beyonce's giving us a different Africa-inspired album that End of Time came from. She did a whole like Fila album, and the only song that made the cut for 4 She didn't put the album out. She did a whole album. She didn't put the album out. She just took End of Time and put it on 4.
Right.
But there was a whole like End of Time inspired album. Like she's got songs in Spanish. She's got rock records with fucking like rock dudes. She's like Beyonce's like that bitch.
Can we end with me reading what Azalea Banks said?
About Beyonce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the way to end because I do think in future episodes, in the next episode, I want to talk about how the people are saying that she should not be in this country music. The white people.
I'll cut all this out.
So, read Azalea. Azalea wrote on Twitter, she says, "Oh, Bianca girl, I love you down." I didn't know she called Beyonce Bianca.
Because no one does, because what is that?
That's funny to me. I literally did not know that until
that was just her talking.
I said, okay.
Like BB-licious.
I can
like we know
understand
who you're
Giselle.
talking about.
It would make sense with like Giselle.
But at least that's her name.
Right. Or say my name. Bianca girl, I love you down, but them R&B runs over the Leslie Feast back beats is giving Pick Misha nothing country about it. Pick Misha is kind of funny though. You're setting yourself up to be ridiculed again. There's a theatrical element to country music. Them critics are not just going to accept an ugly blonde wig and bullying from Jay-Z. It's giving big time musical grift. Yes, black girls can make country music, but you're just really not hitting the button. K. Michelle, this is your turn to really execute. It's no shade, but K. Michelle truly understands this assignment. Beyonce, please stop the madness.
Did you hear what K. Michelle said?
I did. The gay baiting, the overtly narcissistic attempts to lazily encroach into a genre you think your popularity is going to gain accolades for. You're looking like food, sis. You will gag when K. Michelle tears it.
First of all, Azalea, K. Michelle knows.
K. Michelle said, don't put me in this shit.
Don't put me in this shit. I love you, Beyonce. Keep doing the thing you're doing. I'm going to keep doing the thing I'm doing. That's what K. Michelle said.
She never said it. She said, why would anyone need to check on me? Because someone wrote her and saying, has anyone checked on K. Michelle? B would bring pressure to country music. K said, why would anyone need to check me? I'm one of the greatest African-American country singers of all times with no album even out.
Which is questionable because I never knew K. Michelle made Christmas music.
I never heard
let alone to be the best African American country singer.
But I'm not disputing it because a lot of people went to saying her name.
Well, no, because I guess K. Michelle has recently made a switch to country music.
I've never heard any of
Me either. I don't know if it's doing that well. But like, you know,
she ended good though. She just leading up. She said, "Y'all been mentioning me all night. I'm just happy to be spoke about in my genre."
Which is crazy because how long has it been your genre for?
I love B.
15 minutes.
I love B and will be supporting her like I always do.
K. Michelle has a really good breakup Christmas song. It's like a sad Christmas song. I think it's so good.
Can I tell you my only thing that I think about with K. Michelle is her dating Idris Elba.
Is that who she's dating?
She did at one point. They dated. Well, he's married now.
Every time I look at K. Michelle, I could not tell who she was. Every time I hear her voice, I also cannot. Every time I'm like, she sounds good. This is a black singer that who is this? It's always K. Michelle. When I don't
she
know
had the reality TV era too. She was on like Loving. You wouldn't know this, but she was on like hip hop, Loving Hip Hop too.
I wouldn't know that.
One of them.
K. Michelle, we love you and your big fat ass, fake fat ass. It looks cool.
Idris liked it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Say he did.
I like that you ain't with the shits and don't want the smoke from nobody because you are. K. Michelle's
she wasn't
very
even replying to Azalea. She was asking. She was talking about people just in general mentioning her name. Back to Azalea. I actually feel like sometimes Azalea just be saying stuff for shits and giggles. This to me felt more like for shits and giggles because it just don't really
seem true.
Yeah, I don't even fucking think that Azalea's betting much on even K. Michelle.
No.
It just sounds like trolling.
She's not listening to K. Michelle.
Yeah, it almost sounds like it's not like
Azalea probably has a new song coming out next week. That's usually when
music too.
That's usually when I hear her talking.
I listen to her.
I don't.
I listen to her. Yeah, and the gays love her.
K. Michelle. Azalea.
Azalea Banks.
Oh, the gays do love her. White gays really like her.
They do like her.
White gays like her.
And she drag them. She hates them.
But do the black gays like her?
The black gays like her because, and I know some, they like her because she really for us, because she just dragged them white gays. She really, all she talks when she goes in on people is always about a white twink. So it's almost like abusive mama.
I feel like she's always just talking negatively about people, and I don't like that.
She's funny. She's
That's
smart.
I think she's very smart.
Yeah, she's smart.
I think that she's very smart. I don't.
And
I
she
think
is
she's smart.
talented. She's not
argue that too.
untalented. Yeah.
I would argue that too.
She's some talent to her.
But she's definitely like, I don't know. I don't like when your only claim to fame is being mean to people. I want to talk more about Beyonce next week.
We will, because we have to talk about how the
talk about
people are
country
calling
radio.
Oklahoma. Yeah,
We
we're going to talk about the
country
radio. And the black space in country and how we have our spot historically.
This was episode 14.
14. See y'all next week.
In the can. Okay? Late night.
Ciao.
With Ogo and Coco.